So here is the tournament #1 seed. Representing Azerbaijan is the man born in the Cuban capital of Havana. And that is Loren Berto Alfonso Rodriguez. Looking to retain the world title that he won in Belgrade 2 years ago.
Bring out his opponent to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Georgia, it's GEORGII KUSHITASHVILI.
His opponent is from Georgia, GEORGII KUSHITASHVILI. Comes to the ring as the reigning European Championship gold medalist from the 2022 edition in Yerevan, Armenia. And in the World Championships back in 2019, he lost at the quarter-final stage to the eventual champion, to Julio La Cruz, the 5-time world champion.
About 497
He was eliminated at the quarter-final stage here at the heavyweight.
Cruiserweight matchup. Your 5 judges being represented here tonight ringside from Hungary, Serbia, the Kingdom of Jordan, Australia, and Guatemala. And when the action begins, your referee in the center of the ring by the bell, representing the IBA, by way of Uzbekistan, with referee Uktam Bazarov. Ladies and gentlemen, our fighters are ready. This is round #1.
So we're underway then. The semi-final stage of the 86-kilogram cruiserweight division between boxers from Azerbaijan and Georgia. The taller figure, slightly taller figure I think, trusting my eyes rather than the tail of the tape, is the man wearing red is Loren Berto Alfonso Rodriguez, the reigning World Championship gold medalist, the tournament #1 seed. And the man wearing blue coming forward behind a trip hammer of a left hand is GEORGII KUSHITASHVILI. It's a contest between boxers who have switched allegiance from the lands of their birth. Loren Berto Alfonso Rodriguez switched from Cuba to Azerbaijan in 2018. As for KUSHITASHVILI, well, he returned from Russia to Georgia in the last month of 2019. There he lands an educated left hand to the body. Beautiful reverse 1-2 landed by Alfonso Dominguez. And Alfonso just spoken to about his responsibility to keep his head up. Beautifully picked single while skipping away to his right from Alfonso. Two experienced operators. Alfonso, of course, enjoyed podium success at the highest stage in addition to that World Championship win in Serbia 2 years ago. He came away with Olympic bronze in the Tokyo edition. Beautiful check right hand landed by Alfonso once again. And again, just spinning out of the corner, moving with such efficiency before attempting a 1-2. KUSHITASHVILI bustling away to the body while Alfonso Dominguez tries to tie him up on the inside. So bustling forwards, only to be picked off by another check right hand, is KUSHITASHVILI. Well, exchange there, saw KUSHITASHVILI end the exchange with a nudging 1-2, but then look at that trip hammer of a straight left from Alfonso. Closing seconds of the opening round. Inaccurate with the right hand was Alfonso, digging away to the body while Alfonso was disorganized is KUSHITASHVILI. Nice move out of the corner from the man in red. But spoken to about his responsibility to keep his, well, not turn his back on his opponent. Some of the action from that first round. Quality check right hands. It was an actual exchange of right hands, but for my money, the man in red with the more eye-catching work and his check right hand was effective indeed. Several occasions was able to spin off the line and land with that backhand. KUSHITASHVILI competitive throughout the first 3 minutes. But I think it's the man in red who did enough to take the round. And here's confirmation. 10-9 across the board in favor of Loren Berto Alfonso Dominguez Rodriguez. It's interesting when you do these tournaments, as I had the privilege for doing for a number of years. You see the same names come out, but sometimes in a different order. And I think that's what's transpired here at this World Championships. But Alfonso, the man in red, coming out with a stiff left jab to begin the second round, having taken the opening round across the board. Now he's up on his toes, looking to quicken the tempo, having conceded the opening round unanimously. Is Georgi KUSHITASHVILI, made to miss once again by the fleet-footed movement of the reigning world champion. And mention the fact that if you are a reigning global champion, you have the privilege. Beautiful left jab landed once more by the reigning champ. But if you have that lofty status, as Alfonso does, and you have the privilege of putting the name on your jersey in gold to stand out from the crowd as a man who stands alone on top spot of the podium. But maybe Alfonso and the Azerbaijan contingent didn't get that memo, because it's in plain old white, prosaic white, like the rest of his competitors. But make no mistake, he proved to be head and shoulders above everybody during that magnificent run to gold in Serbia 2 years ago. Winning 5 contests out of 5, including against Henrik Cruz of Cuba in the semi-final and then Kino Machado of Brazil in the gold medal bout. It was a magnificent run. Stern tests all the way through. And here he is looking to return to the gold medal bout against a determined man, Georgi KUSHITASHVILI, who's continuing to press. And again, that's testament to his experience, the reigning European champion. Having conceded the first round across the board, he has come out in altogether more aggressive fashion. But there is a stiff deterrent in the form of a 1-2, but KUSHITASHVILI demonstrating that he won't be deterred as he steps right back into the breach and continues to let his hands go. And this is the style that Alfonso likes to box in. Content to retreat to the corner and play counterpuncher, and didn't he pick that right cross beautifully, followed by a left uppercut. KUSHITASHVILI continuing to let his hands go despite having his chin checked by a solid backhand. KUSHITASHVILI continuing to press. Less than 30 seconds to go in this second round. Spirited response from the tournament number 5 seed KUSHITASHVILI. Again, looking to pin Alfonso to the ropes and let his fists fly. But he's difficult to ruffle, is Alfonso. Keeps his calm. Punches exchanged just after the bell. But another very good round of boxing. Credit to Georgi KUSHITASHVILI, who really did try to turn up the heat. But I'm not sure it's going to be enough to turn the tide in his favor, because he was met by cracking counters, such as that combination there. Backhand, left uppercut, He's back near the corner from the reigning world champion. So 2 rounds completed, both of them taken unanimously by Alfonso. But make no mistake, it has been a fantastic response from KUSHITASHVILI. But he's going to need an enormous 3rd and final round just to get back to parity. So of course, in this beautiful sport, there's always the option of taking your man out inside the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your
no doubt whatsoever.
and final round.
So into the 3rd and final round we go. Georgiii KUSHITASHVILI competing on the global stage for Georgia rather than Russia, the 2019 edition. He was down at 81 kilograms. Here he is, having returned to Georgia in December 2019. Digging away to the body, trying to find breaches in that defense. Terrific left hook to the body, landed once again by KUSHITASHVILI. Same shot once more beneath the right elbow of the reigning world champion. And Alfonso will be aware that he's winning 20-18 for all 5 of the scoring judges. After 2 completed rounds, there's a good right hand reciprocated by Alfonso. Really did get some leverage on it and slam it into the solar plexus of his opponent. But it's been a good start to the 3rd round by KUSHITASHVILI. His left hook to the body has been eye-catching indeed. So made to miss by Alfonso, but not made to pay. So both men inaccurate during that attempted trade-off. Big intake of breath from Alfonso, just beyond the midpoint of the 3rd and final round. I wonder whether KUSHITASHVILI has clocked that and will look to apply even more pressure to an opponent who could well be feeling the pace, and that will really test the man's conditioning. 2 left hooks to the body in quick succession. Again, just beneath the short ribs, behind the right elbow of Alfonso. Wonderful intelligence and ringcraft being shown by KUSHITASHVILI, because in the face of a fading opponent, he's continuing to dig away downstairs. He too feeling the pace, but he knows that he's facing a 20-18 deficit. And how about that for a left hook fired in by Alfonso? Remember, the gold medalist has got to go again. Mouthpiece has been spat out. Now that can be a tactic employed by veteran boxers to buy some time. Of course, their opponents buying time as well, and that is why in IBA boxing, if the mouthpiece comes out 3 times, you see the referee saying that that's once. If it comes out a further 2 times, that is a point deduction. Remember, in the pro ranks, in that battle between Diego Corrales and Castillo, how the mouthpiece was dislodged repeatedly during that incredible back and forth affair between those two iconic warriors. So check hook as the legs tangles, causes a trip to the canvas for KUSHITASHVILI, and that will conclude the action. Well, you have to credit and admire the competitive spirit of Georgiii KUSHITASHVILI, because having conceded the first 2 rounds unanimously, he turned up the tempo and kept on coming, taking it to the world champion. For my money, he may well have done enough to take that 3rd round, but it's not going to be enough, because it won't be by a 10-8 margin, and it won't be enough to overturn the 20 points to 18 deficit that he faced for all 5 scoring judges. He gave it absolutely everything, and he did test the conditioning of the champion, who appeared to be feeling the pace in the 3rd and final round, and that would have been exacerbated by the body shots he absorbed from KUSHITASHVILI. But for my money, it's Alfonso who should be returning to contest gold.
97 here in your semifinals comes to a close after completing the scheduled 3 3-minute rounds in Elite Men's Cruiserweight division. All your judges see it the same way, ruling in favor of your winner by points, declared by unanimous decision. To the red corner from Azerbaijan, it's Loren ALFONSO Dominguez.
There is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Loren Berto Alfonso Dominguez Rodriguez. A terrific performance sees him prevail, and to his credit, Georgi KUSHITASHVILI of Georgia improves on the quarter-final finish that he produced, the customary post-fight celebration for the man from Azerbaijan. But Georgi KUSHITASHVILI goes one better than the quarter-final finish he produced at the 2019 edition in Yekaterinburg. But this man will be going through to his second consecutive cruiserweight gold medal bout. A magnificent performance where he set his stall out in rounds 1 and 2 and withstood the rally launched by KUSHITASHVILI in the third round. And the possibility of consecutive World Championship golds remains a real one for Alfonso of Azerbaijan. Very good performance. We'll see him again in the gold medal bout.